Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by your Reiki micro session today. It is a micro session because it's only 5 minutes long. A normal session, at least a normal session with me, is generally an hour long. So, this is just enough to give you a chance to actually experience Reiki for yourself and kind of figure out if this is something that you might want to get a session for yourself or not. So, for those of you who don't know what Reiki is a Japanese word that means universal life force energy. And so when you're having a Reiki session or a Reiki micro session, you are a Reiki practitioner or master is actually channeling universal life force energy or Reiki energy into your aura and into your body to help you accomplish whatever goals that you want to accomplish. So, a lot of people use this, and it's most commonly known for medical goals, for healing. Other people use this for financial goals. Other people use it for goals in relationships and for help with relief from anxiety or other emotional concerns or blockages. So there's a lot of ways that we can actually use the Reiki. Today, what I'm going to do is set the Reiki's intention that it will do whatever is most beneficial for each of you as individuals. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself as long as you still keep the Reiki just for you. Okay. After we do Reiki, then we'll do 5 minutes of questions, just whatever's on your mind or on your heart. Go ahead and feel free to ask them at that time. But for right now, we're going to focus on the Reiki. So, last things you need to know about Reiki is because it is energy, it's not limited by time or space. That's why I can be in northern Missouri in the United States and send Reiki to you wherever you are in the world, and you can receive great benefit from it. And that's also why you can get great benefit from it even if you're watching when I'm done with being live. So, having said all of that, let me go ahead and get this Reiki started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 46 after the hour. That means we will finish it up at 51 after. Angela, oh my goodness, that's a long message. I think that, are you drinking? Are you drinking fluids? Because, we still want to do the common sense things too, even when we're doing the Reiki. Reiki is a supplement, it's not the end all be all. Okay, well, if you know that you're feeling dehydrated, it is time to step that up. Because dehydration is pretty serious. You let that go too far and you end up in the emergency room with an IV feeling pretty silly. Then start drinking it. Fill yourself up a tumbler and start guzzling. Guzzle a little bit and then start sipping, I guess I should say. We like to use the Reiki when we're talking about medical, we like to use the Reiki where the doctors leave off, where the doctors can't help us anymore as a supplement. But whenever we're using Reiki, we also want to do our common sense things as well. Okay, well, it's time to start drinking it. So, how come you haven't been drinking it? Why are you wanting Reiki to help you with hydration when you've got a massive water sitting next to you? You have me a little bit worried right now. 2 more minutes of Reiki, by the way. Okay, well then, if that's the case, then it's time to start changing some habits. Tie a string around your finger to remind yourself to take a sip every once in a while. Remember when people used to do that? Tie strings around their finger to remind them of things? That was way before cell phones and electronic calendars with notifications and timers and buzzers. Tie a finger on your string. Tie a string on your finger, excuse me. I think that would be a good idea. Feels like there's somebody in here that has some real pain either in their ankle or in the top of their foot. And this feels to me like, I think it's going to be the right foot, actually. The right foot or the right ankle. Hello there, Candace. And whoever this is, you may not be in the room right now. You may watch the video later. But either way, you've got a lot of energy going in to help you with that pain. We've had 4 in a minute ago. We've got 3 in right now. Candace, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you made it back around again today. What are you using your Reiki for today, Miss Candace? We have 1 more minute of Reiki left. Thank you, my dear. Peace and prosperity. Inner peace. It all starts with inner peace. Outer peace. Do you want the kids to quiet down and quit hitting each other with their Lincoln Logs? Gotcha. Okay, so we have 5 minutes of Reiki in. Let me wrap that up. And then let's do some questions. Who has a question for me? I'm going to set my timer. You guys start firing the questions at me in the chat. Okay, timer is set. What do we have? Always has to be drama. Oh, yay. And now you're stuck with him because of the baby. Message for Ms. Angela for the weekend. The rest of the weekend. It's only Thursday. You have a long weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Message from Spirit. What does Miss Angela need to hear between now and the end of Sunday? La da 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 da. La da da da. Okay. Well, you have a kind of an earth-shaking type message coming up. This is basically giving me a heads up that you have a situation where if it hasn't already happened, it's going to be happening very quickly, where things are going to get really shaken up. There's going to be something that happens that really shakes you up in your life. It makes some changes. And this type of thing, when it comes in, it's changing things that don't have a good, solid foundation to start with. And so it allows you to rebuild that situation. But when it first happens, it can be stressful. Let's just say that. I think part of the reason that this is happening too has to do with the idea of your self-confidence and your self-worth. You want to start doing little exercises to raise your self-confidence and self-worth. There's lots of them online. I mean, you can start writing down 3 things every day that you actually like about yourself. If you can't think of 3, then repeat. one of the two once, or repeat one 3 times, but start writing down at least something that you like about yourself every day. And then the next thing that comes up is that you will get through this, but it's going to take work. You need to start, you need to do the work. Once this happens that shakes you up, there's going to be work to be done to get through this. So I take that as a good sign, because if there is work to be done to get through this, that means you're getting through this. Might just take some elbow grease, but you'll get through it just fine. Angela Lukes, what are you saying whatever about? About the weekend? Okay, Candace. Will Candace find a life partner that loves her son? He's a good dad sucky partner. Okay. All right, gotcha, Angela. Let's see. Will Candace find a life partner that loves her son? La, da, da, da. You would be surprised how many people get super attached to other people's kids when they're in a couple. Male and female. I can think of 2 examples straight up off the top of my head. La, da, 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 da. La, da, da, da. So, what do we have here? Ton of scrolls. I think this is saying that before that, you have to put things to an end. There's some kind of tension or long-term debate that has to come to an end first. Otherwise, I think that it comes across to me that your baby's daddy is not going to really let anybody come close. He's going to be an intimidating personality, to the point that even somebody who would be willing and thrilled to love your son wouldn't feel like they are able to get that close to him. Okay. Next card, the storyteller. This is the equivalent of the Hermit card in another deck. And this is, talking about there's definitely some alone time coming here. Okay, so this is partnerless time. This is alone. This is you thinking about priorities, really, and figuring out what can work for you in your particular situation, and what do you need out of this particular situation, and how to get what you need out of this situation. Okay, but that's definitely alone time there. 5 of Mirrors comes up too, and it's in reverse. 5 of Mirrors in reverse for me is talking about coming to a point of acceptance of the situation. This to me kind of puts that nail in the coffin of, yeah, I don't so much see this happening. What I see is you accepting the situation with the baby daddy, that he's just always going to be that barrier that keeps us from happening. He's very protective of the son, and he's very protective of letting anybody get close to him other than himself. There's a lot of ego in there, and that he doesn't want anybody else to take his place. So he's going to make sure that that doesn't happen, which means he's going to poison the son's mind against anybody else, so that the son won't let anybody in because of the things that the baby daddy is saying. Okay? 3 of Stones in reverse basically says what I was picking up psychically, that the baby daddy is not going to work with you on this. This is not something that he's going to collaborate to help you in any way, shape, or form to find somebody who would be in a position to love his son. That's not going to happen. He's not, if you come to him and say, look, this is a problem, and, I can find a really good situation for our son if you would just back up a little bit, he's not receptive to that at all. At all, at all, at all. And then the last card is Callie in reverse. And Callie in reverse is basically like the Tower in reverse. This basically says that I think what this says is that you're going to kind of avoid putting any kind of partner in that situation to go head to head with the boy's dad. And I think that that keeps the peace in your life, keeps the drama down, and it helps you having that drama down. And so, like I said, I think that you come to accept this situation. He's not going to work with you. And you just, I think you're deciding to go partnerless rather than put a partner through dealing with this man's intimidation and bullying and dealing with the poisoning of the son's mind against whoever the man would be. That's really sad. So let's see. You're quite welcome, Miss Angela. Asa Thora, hello, hello. Glad you made it in, my dear. My timer actually just went off, so I just answered the last question. If you want me to stay and answer a question for you, you can do a super chat. Otherwise, I'm getting ready to take off. But I'm glad that you made it in. This means that you can make it in again, or maybe earlier next time. So, before I take off, let me just say to everybody, thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Thank you for sharing this video and for putting thumbs ups on this video. Thank you for the comments and the interaction. All of that helps with the logarithm around here. Thank you also to those of you who have subscribed. And of course, thank you to those of you who do the super chat once in a while. That does show up, so I don't want to forget to say thank you to those of you who do that. And of course, thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings and private Reiki sessions. It is because of all of you guys' support at every single level that I'm able to make my living doing the things that I love to do. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic day. If I don't see you here for a private, then I will see you guys then I will see you guys the next time on the next video. Peace out.